different web experiences online, sometimes videos, but a lot of websites, and really analyzing the user experience of that website and how it pertains to our 8 core drives. If you're familiar with my work, you'll know that everything comes out of these 8 core drives, everything you do basically. So without those 8 core drives, there's no behavior and no motivation is there. So I like to analyze a lot of websites in terms of how they create motivation to push the user forward, and also how perhaps offer some useful advice on how it can improve, so that my audience, you, can watch that and apply these principles to your own project, your own websites. And I think this is great because usually I just talk a lot about the fundamentals, the psychology, the behavioral economics behind things, but I rarely get a chance to talk about how that actually brings people into an experience. Now, for most of these websites and apps, I mostly can just cover what I call the discovery phase and the onboarding phase, maybe early scaffolding. It's hard for me to, through this video, go deep into the end game to show what it's like to be an end user. Now, of course, I can make multiple videos. If it's very interesting, I can make it come back like this is day 20, this is day 40, and how I'm feeling about it. But we'll see where we go from there. This is new territory for me, so I'm also just playing around with that. So today, I actually like to start off with a very interesting website in the gamification world called SuperBetter, specifically 1.0. And I believe this is 1.0. So basically, McGonigal is one of the most influential people in the gamification space. Sometimes she doesn't like the term gamification, but basically applying games to real-world purposes. And she has this very successful book called Reality is Broken. And I recommend you read it if you're new to gamification or just gameful design, I think a lot of people like to call it these days. And I consider it fairly canon in the industry. And she recently just launched the book, SuperBetter, same as the website we're looking at today, SuperBetter, which I have yet to dive deep into, but I very much look forward to that. So since I don't know what I'm going to say about this site, I'm going to try to be as honest as I can. I don't know if I'm going to say anything that could upset the SuperBetter team. So just kind of promoting. I really like what they're doing. I really like McGonigal and her content. I've learned a lot from her, and I recommend you to do that. But when we analyze a product, again, it's about just being honest, being helpful, and hopefully no one takes it personally and become useful. So, and the reason why I chose this one is I recently saw that they're starting to make this SuperBetter 2.0. There's an Indiegogo that has been funded by 400 people already. If you watch this video relatively soon, you can check it out, decide if you want to fund them. And so I thought it would be a good time to go look at the product they have right now, which I'm guessing is SuperBetter 1.0, and just kind of analyze what's there, what's not there, how I think it should be better from a user experience. I've done a lot of startups, a lot of user interface and experience design, and so we'll just look at that. So we're not actually going to look too much into the 2.0 stuff. All right, so when we start, we're at the discovery phase of a player's journey, and this is basically why would a person want to even try out this experience, And so there's 4 phases: discovery, onboarding, scaffolding, and endgame. So it's discovery. Why do you want to try it out? Onboarding. What are the rules and tools to play to teach the users to play the game? And scaffolding, which is a regular journey, going back, doing repetitive actions over and over again. And then we have the endgame. How do you retain your veterans? And so when we go on this site, we think about, okay, what are the 8 core drives that motivates me, someone like me, to start the experience? Okay, live gamefully, be stronger. Okay, so it's fun, it's strong. SuperBetter increases resilience, the ability to stay strong, motivated. Now, most people won't really read the whole chunk of paragraph. They'll kind of just skim it. But basically, plans makes you more capable of getting through tough, proven results in just 10 minutes a day. Okay, so that's, it's strong. It clearly is about your health. So that's core drive 4, ownership and possession, right? So core drive 4, ownership, possession. Oops, we don't need to see that one. Ownership, possession, and basically it allows you to focus on your health and your personal improvement. You can see it's a mobile app. It seems like to do today. So there's a to-do list. So I'm not very sure how it works, but there's a desired action. When every screen you look at, what is the desired action? The interface needs to push the user towards the desired action. And right now I see two desired actions. One is how it works. I personally feel like this button could be stronger, bigger, with a more standout-ish color. Because again, I was thinking about, oh, how it works. And then, oh, there is a button. A good user experience design pushes the user to touch the button, even when they're not thinking about anything. It's just like, oh, well, of course it's the big button here, of course, blah, blah, blah. Because whenever the user thinks about, oh, what should I do now? That's also when their brain thinks, oh, maybe I should go to check my email, maybe I should go to YouTube, and they get distracted. So your design needs to be so clear that the user needs to not think and know exactly where that desired action is. Now, from this design, there's two desired actions. Again, how it works, and it looks like there's a video button here. Now, so Jay McGonigal, I think the whole part is to push her celebrity. So get inspired. In this popular TED Talk, Jane tells her amazing story about creating SuperBetter. So it's like, oh, wow, I'm curious. That's Core Drive 7. Unpredictability and curiosity, right? So unpredictable and curiosity, Core Drive 7. And so kind of makes me curious on both parts. So, but once I click here, it takes me, has this pop-up video, and it shows her video, which is the game that can give you 10 extra years of life. And this is great because it's a lot of social proof, right? It's about, okay, she is well known, she has a great talk, it is a story, it inspires people. So this is a nice desired action to create interest about just the value of the product. Then you click on how it works. So now I have to choose between how it works and scrolling down. Since I'm curious about, okay, so how does it work? I'll click the button. Now most users don't like to commit to an action. They like to scroll. Scrolling is less of a commitment because it's more like just, I'm just exploring randomly. But you click, it's a commitment. It's like, oh, I have to jump into it. So, but I kind of jumped into it, and I said, okay, now I want to learn how it works. I see two things. There's an image that's a little small, and then there's a video. So I could obviously click on this and expand the video, I'm assuming. But usually videos are more like interesting, sort of how to tempt people to start. And there's still that curiosity, Core Drive 7 aspect. Oh, this end video looks kind of interesting, so let me check it out. Now I have seen this video, but we'll kind of gonna go through a bit of that. So you are stronger than you know. Okay, so it's motivating, pumping up, it's inspiring. People are sitting on giant shoulders going towards this center theme. You are surrounded by, I actually couldn't tell what that says. It's my fault, I think. You will soon conquer a great challenge. Okay, so it's inspired. That's Core Drive 2 development accomplishment. That's trying to push you forward. You're moving things with mountains with their shadows. You're a hero to others. So that's Core Drive 5 social influence. Core Drive 1 epic meaning and calling. You're overcoming challenges. So this is all very inspiring. I'm inspired, but I'm still thinking about, okay, so, but how does this work, right? It's been a minute into it. Okay, so there's a website, and okay, well, there's mental, I see, there's a battle report, the bad guy I saw. Welcome to your, oh, there's a secret lab. Okay, so I see a lot of game terms, and she's talking to me.
I'm the inventor of SuperBetter.
She's the inventor of SuperBetter.
This game is designed to make you stronger, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially, so you can better tackle whatever real-life personal challenges you might be facing. I know what it means to get SuperBetter because when I was facing the toughest challenge of my life, a concussion.
So she's now talking about her story of concussion, which is a very touching story. I personally know the story, so as a regular user, a lot of times you just kind of jump around to the point where you kind of figure out what's going on.
Would ever heal. I didn't know if my game to get better in real life, but I used everything that I'd learned in 10 years experience as a game designer.
Okay, so she's just telling a story about setting up SuperBetter.
The happier, the goal.
Okay, so I think I didn't show the full video, but I think it talks a lot about her story, which is great, and it's very touching. There's a lot of relatedness, and I think it's important that she used this design to get herself back up, and she, there's a very relatable story, and I think that builds motivation. That's very good. But I still don't know how this product works, right? It's still unclear. It's about why I should play, but not about how does it help me. And so there's still that believability. I think that curiosity enough is enough is enough to get me to, or someone to sign up to it, to try like at least click the committal button, which is why they do have 400,000 registered users, because her story is inspiring. She's a great speaker. She's great at PR, and the message gets people to try it out. I have heard a lot of people don't use it for a very long time, which is why we're investigating this whole experience. And also, but of course, as long as it helps some people recover from their illness and sickness, then it's like amazing, right? So then we have my challenge. Okay, so now I click on the buttons. Like, okay, so how does this website work? So quest. Okay, a lot of quests. Future boost, epic win, yay! My challenge. Allies learn how to help you win. Quests are the daily steps you take. Power-ups give you strength, energy. Bad guys are obstacles you face. Okay, gives me a little bit of idea. It still feels abstract, especially for those who don't have any background in gamification experiences, gameful experiences. So I want to emphasize one thing, which is the entire time, the actual main desired action that the site wants you to do is to click this button, login, play, flash, here, login, play. And you can tell that it kind of guides your experience there. It, it is blue. Everything is gray, but this is blue. So it is a little bit of that core drive to cognitive ease type of design. Well, it's development accomplishment, but cognitive and ease. So it's kind of, I would try to have this button also here, just sign up, log in right now over here, just like punch you in the face with it, right? Because we talked about the user can never think, okay, where should I go now? What should I do now? And so I would have that button here too, because now that you've learned how it works, now it's to push them to sign up. Now I'm going to scroll down and see what happens here. Okay, so now there is a pink I want to play button, which is pretty strong. Playing Super for 30 days improves mood, reduces symptoms of anxiety. So if I feel like I have anxiety and depression, and it says, oh, for sure it helps, then I want to play. Okay, so I'm assuming clicking login and play, and I want to play, or go to the exact same place. So I'm going to click this one. And okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yep. So over here, you actually have a design challenge, because you're showing two desired actions: sign up with Facebook and create an account. And we know that usually your eyes move from left to right. So sign up with Facebook seems to be the higher desired action. It's probably better for them. It's also more convenient. Also, create an account. The create an account is pink right now, and that's at least what they're training me so far from last page to engage with the pink button when in doubt. So that's the desired action. But of course, this page is completely optimized to sign up, and sign in is on the top. So passport remoral. Hopefully, if I don't have an account, signing in and signing up goes to the exact same place, because it basically helps me sign up or sign in, depends on if I have an account. So let me just sign up through Facebook. Let's do this. All right, woohoo, sign up. All right, so let's see, is this a new account or is this a new experience? I'm level 3. All right, I might be still using my account from a long time ago. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sign up. I mean, that's experience, right? You get to know, you get to feel that. So let's create an account. Email address, let's go with yukai@yukaichat.com. Why not? I don't have a group code. Well, group name, I'll just do Octalysis. Branding, password. Hopefully you guys don't see this. You don't, that's good. I am definitely over 13 the last time I checked. Sign up. Now we're going to look at the onboarding. So the discovery phase ends when you decide to sign up, and that's when the onboarding starts. Now, first of all, they're promoting their Indiegogo campaign, which is very useful. It's on top. That's okay. That's a desired action at all times. But I'm mostly going to evaluate the experience. So first of all, you have a semi HTML-ish. Welcome. You have signed up successfully. It's okay. It's kind of nice. Remember, every time you do a desired action, you technically hit a win state. But whether the win state is rewarding or not is still undefined. So in our Octalysis design, we always embed rewards and incentives, like emotional rewards, in every win state. So signing up is a huge desired action. Immediately after, you hit them with a emotional reward. And it could be a video, right? A reward doesn't have to be physical. It could be just satisfying curiosity. It could be appreciation from others. It could be solving a hard problem. That's all fine. But now we hit a win state. This is technically a win state. So I see welcome, successful. That could be kind of more exciting, I think. But so here, before you play, watch this. So I'm definitely going to watch that. It's almost like a Core Drive 6 scarcity and a Core Drive 7 unpredictable curiosity play. SuperBetter starts with resilience. So I'm going to play the video while reading that. So, oh, we can actually read the video transcript.
Designed to help you get stronger.
Okay.
By building up your personal resilience. When you're resilient, your body is better able to withstand stress and heal itself. You have the mental focus and determination you need to be successful. You're able to activate positive emotions when you need them most. And you get strength from your friends and family. So why are we so focused on building up your personal resilience? It's all based on scientific research. Study after study shows that resilience is the single most important personal skill that you can develop if you want to be happier, healthier, and more successful in whatever you do.
All right, so the video is interesting. It brings up the 4 key principles of the entire site, right? The main principle is resiliency, being resilience. And it talks about physical, mental, emotional, and social. Those are important. What I think is that I feel like her video could be more exciting, more like inspiring, like, oh, welcome to our site, right? You just sign up. You want to be pumped up and excited. She's very just explaining how the experience goes, like what it's about. And I think it's more of a manual, just explaining, as opposed to excitement. So if you
everything in this game is designed to help you get stronger.
I personally feel like she should smile more, exert more energy, positivity, and even just welcome the user. She starts explaining, and it's sometimes useful because a 40-second video is pretty decent. It's short. It's not, hey, this is a 3-minute video to welcome you. You don't need that. So I keep in mind, this is important, right? Oh, actually, this is important because I did the transcript, so I can reduce the transcript. The desired action is now on the bottom. So usually, before I'm pretty sure it was on the screen. And so the desired action needs to always be there. You need to always be able to see it. Now, if I'm not reading it, if I read it and I scroll back on, I'm like, oh, what should I do now? What should I do now? I'm not sure. And again, when I think, what should I do now? That's when I leave the site oftentimes. But anyway, I know that I pushed it down. So what are you waiting for? Go get SuperBetter. So I'm going there. Let's do that. Pick one. Stand up and take 3 steps. Or 3, make your hands into fists. Raise them over your head as high as you can for 5 seconds. All right, so this is a pretty good design because this is about Core Drive 2 development accomplishments. So let's see if I can, okay, so I have to kind of leave this window. That is kind of awkward sometimes, but let me see if I can call out the Octalysis shape. So this is Core Drive 2, development accomplishment design, right? And this is white hat and extrinsic motivation, left brain core drives. And basically, what this is that at the beginning, users want to feel smart. There's so many sites out there that when a user tries out the product, they're like confused. What should I do? What should I do? The desired action isn't clear. Oh, well, I'm confused. There's so many options, so much of the dashboard, and they feel stupid. I call that the Google Plus effect, by the way. And they feel stupid, and then they leave. They're gone. So you want to build confidence, make them feel smart and accomplished as early as possible. So what she did here is very easy. You can do it immediately. So she gives you a choice. That's very important, actually. One of the things about choice is that it is about empowerment of creativity and feedback. Our brains hate it when we have no choice, but we also hate it when we have too many choices. So that's scarcity, right? So usually picking between 2 or 3, we're happy about. So now I get to choose between 2. Stand up and take 3 steps, or make your hands to fix, raise them over your head. Well, I'm already on a standing desk, you can probably tell. So I'm already standing up. I'm just going to take 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Bounce, bouncy. Yay, I did it. Lightning. I think, does that mean I get energy? We'll see. I did it. +5 physical resilience. Yay. I feel like at this point, the video can probably automatically play because I just stick to the desired action. I should just enjoy the experience, but I don't know. instead of taking another desired action. But let's do that. Let's watch it. Wait, did that actually do anything? That's what she said.
Some people heal faster and recover from stress more easily than others.
I'll bring up the video.
Researchers call this physical resilience. So how do you increase your physical resilience? In SuperBetter, you'll learn lots of ways, but here's our favorite. We call it the smallest possible dose of exercise.
Tiny
that
habits.
means exercising just 1 minute every hour, or 5 minutes before each meal, or even just 5 seconds whenever you think of it. But how do you know if what you're doing really counts as exercise? Here's the trick. You have to ask yourself 2 questions. First, are you sitting still or lying down? Second, are you eating while you do it? If you answered no to both of these questions, congratulations, you are exercising. You're improving the health of your heart, your lungs, and your brain, all of which adds up to physical resilience. And by the way, this is really important, even if you're physically fit or going to the gym for an hour a day. Research shows that you still need these tiny bursts of physical activity in order to have physical resilience.
Okay, so pretty interesting. So it teaches you about your physical resilience and tiny doses of action. So it makes you feel you're learning a little bit, you're doing something, and the little things about, oh, if you're not lying down or sitting when you're doing it, or you're not eating when you're doing it, then you've succeeded. You got to think a little bit. I mean, of course, it's not a challenging thing to think about, but again, users at this point, they're not fully committed usually. They're finicky. They're like, oh, what is this? Let me go through. They're probably not going through long videos. They're jumping around. They're skimping. So, it's okay. And but I'm actually just surprised that you can't be eating and exercising at the same time. That doesn't increase your physical resilience. What if you're eating like healthy food, like apple? If I'm eating apple and exercising, I have no physical resilience. That is like disappointing to me. But anyway, it does not demotivate me from continuing on using this site. Okay, so at this point, I'm probably still going forward. There's this design, pick 2, feeling smart, okay. And so this becomes slightly harder I actually think the difficulty curve increased quite a bit. So snapping finger 50 times, I don't even want to do it in front of everyone for so long. So, or counting backwards, like 193, 86, 69, 79. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm just embarrassing myself in the crowd. It's a lot harder when you're on live streaming. But anyway, either way, I personally feel like maybe I'm like not as smart as the average audience out there or for target market, but I feel like that's too big of a jump. Like snapping 50 times, I think most people will say, oh, well, that's gonna take a while. Snap, that's gonna take a while, or doing it will. There's some cognitive dissonance, is what they call it. Maybe what you can do here is even just add like 5 numbers to it, just like, oh, it gets you a quick start, because when you see 193, you're like, 86, right? That's already cognitive dissonance, and you don't want that so early on in the site. So most people, I feel like most people will be actually motivated by Core Drive 8, loss and avoidance, the one at the bottom. And so that's Black Hat, and it just like, I just want to avoid this. So they just said, oh, I'm just going to skip it. I snapped for 5 times, so I did it. This is very important, because once you cheat once, you feel like the whole experience demoralized once you cheat yourself, right? And so then you lose some confidence, and you feel like, well, this whole thing is blah. And once you cheated the first time, this whole experience from beginning to end, a lot of times you can cheat for more. So of course it's all for your own good, but that just starts, you're training users in the wrong direction, in my opinion. So all right, let's jump to the next video.
We all know that we need willpower in order to get what we really want from our lives. But did you know that there are actually 3 different kinds of willpower? There's I will power.
I will.
As in, I will do whatever I set my mind to. There's
I will Smith.
Power, as in, I won't do that thing I want to stop doing. And then there's I want power, as in, this is what I want more than anything else in the world. And I'm going to put my time and energy into making it happen. By playing SuperBetter, you'll build up all 3 kinds of willpower. your I will power, your I won't power, and your I want power. This adds up to real mental resilience, the ability to stay focused and determined and make your best effort when it matters most.
Okay. So that's interesting, right? There's 3 powers. I was thinking about, oh, I won't is like negativity, but it's like, no, I won't do things that are harmful to me. And also, I will, I won't, I want. But what if you have too much I want power, but you're not doing anything? So you're not I will doing anything. But it's interesting. The only problem that I feel is it doesn't make a direct connection to what I just did, even though I didn't really do it right. It's like, okay, snap, snap, snap. I mean, maybe it's telling me, oh, I didn't have enough mental resilience to say, I will do the 50 snaps, right? Or I will do the calculations. And in which case I'm now scolded. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I don't have mental resilience. I suck, right? But you want to build confidence at the beginning. So make it easy. Do this video. This is fine. But connect to what you just did earlier. The snaps helps you do this, the mental, and maybe even something interesting. Like, based on what you chose, I can tell something about you, right? I can tell that you prefer, if you're exerting physical energy over your mental energy, maybe something like that. So it's like, oh, I learned something about myself. Suddenly that's a win state, right? A win state, a rewarding win state. But let's move on again. So there's 4 powers, so I'm sure, and there's a little progress bar thing. So we're 2 out of 4. Pick one. If you're inside, find a window and look out of it for a few minutes. If you're outside, find a window and look in it. That's kind of creepy, actually. If you're like on the streets using your phone, you're like, oh, okay, that's the window. Let me stare into it. Do a quick YouTube or image search for baby or your favorite animal. Okay, I'm going to do that because that is the one that you guys can join the experience with me. Social influence and relatedness. Let me try to see if I can get rid of this black energy behind me. Black dark matter energy. Anyway, it's gonna come back soon, I think. So let me do that. Go to youtube.com and we are going to look for a baby chinchilla, if I know how to spell it correctly. All right, let's look at the baby chinchilla. 2 minutes, 1 minute. All right, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna watch the whole video. Maybe I will. Who knows? So, all right. So, sorry you guys are watching the ad with me, and it's PG-13 or something, and I can't even skip Wicked City. All right. Props to you, Wicked City. All right. Oh, look, baby chinchilla. That's so cute, and they're nippling on each other, and the glass container. All right, cool, so cute. I feel warm and cuddly, oxytocin in my head. All right, and hopefully you feel that now this video is worth watching. We'll see. All right, I did it. Oh, it says just search for it. Didn't want to tell me to watch it. Of course, I don't think anyone's gonna not watch it. I did it. This one I actually did. Your spirit just got stronger. I trained my spirit power. All right, let's see what she says now.
Why should you make time for things that make you feel good? Well, positive emotions like interest, curiosity, pride, awe, excitement, love, relief, and amusement don't just feel good. They also make you stronger. Medical research shows that positive emotions boost your immune system, protect against heart attacks and strokes, and even help you grow new neurons faster. Scientific studies also show that positive emotions increase your creativity, your stamina, and your willpower. Now, to get these benefits, you don't have to be positive all the time. That would be impossible, of course, and
no, it's
probably
not.
Pretty annoying to everyone around you. What you want to do is achieve the 3-to-1 ratio. That's 3 positive emotions for every 1 negative emotion. So when you're feeling stressed or anxious or angry or frustrated or lonely or just plain not good, try to do 3 quick things that do feel good to get back in the zone.
All right, so that video is pretty interesting, I think. Well, actually, I feel like this part would be better if it was the second challenge, right? Again, the beginning, you still want to just pump users up, make them feel good. So I think this is actually that perfect second challenge. So first do something easy, you feel good. Second one, watch something cute, yay, you feel nice. The second one, I still think it needs to be adjusted, but maybe the third or the fourth one might be a little better. But the other thing is just a slight comment. I think her lighting could be better. And again, she could be more positive, right? This is a whole about positivity, be happy. I think she's, and it's understandable, you know, early on, it's, you know, she made this a long time ago. It could be kind of stressful to make these videos in a good quality and, you know, invest in a lot of lighting and stuff like that. I understand. I make products too. But that's, you know, in the long run, when you're doing SuperBetter 2.0, that's what I would look into. So something to think into. All right, let's go to the next one. Pick one. Shake someone's hand for 6 seconds. Or send someone a quick thank you by email, text, Facebook, or Twitter. Let's see. Well, there's no one to shake, and I don't want to shake. So I can shake myself, but I don't think that works. So what I will do is I will go to Twitter. Let me do that. Twitter. And go to the desired action for Twitter nowadays is really small right here. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for being part of my journey. You guys are all awesome, and I couldn't do what I do without you. All right, yay! This is my tweet to everyone, all my followers. My Twitter account is how do I show that to you guys? View profile, Yukai Chou. Yes. So if you care, want to read my tweet, it's at yukaichou. Well, it's not .com. What am I doing, dude? Okay. Anyway, yay! I did it. So that's good. So the next part is the video. So let's see what she actually says. She says your connections just got stronger. Let's check this out.
Want a major health boost? Spend more time with people you like.
People I like.
It turns out that having someone
that's on with you, by the way.
Someone who makes you smile, who you can be yourself around, who you can ask for help.
That's why you watch my videos.
Actually improves your physical well-being more than starting an exercise program or losing weight. And as much as quitting a pack-a-day cigarette habit. Whoa. That's according to a meta-review of 148 scientific studies with more than 300,000 participants.
That's so meta.
And that's why SuperBetter makes it a priority to connect with someone you consider an ally every single day.
This is actually really important.
It's not always easy, especially if you're an
Yes, and it's very hard.
But social resilience helps you heal and get stronger in a way that nothing else can.
So yeah, it is difficult because you don't want to bother people. Like I didn't want to text someone or message someone. It's a little socially awkward, so it is challenging. But like you said, it's not easy, but it's super important. I agree with that, and I kind of did it, so I felt pretty good. Sharing on Twitter. The nice thing about sharing on Twitter is that you're just doing it without really feeling the consequences. Like no one has to respond, no one has to listen. So that's kind of like a lame excuse to do that. Okay, so now it says the adventure begins. So I was kind of like, that was my pre-onboarding almost, just the taste of the game. And the goal is to get to the first major win state, which is when the user says, wow, this product is awesome. Now I feel like, hey, this is kind of interesting, kind of nifty. I haven't got to the point where I thought, wow, this is amazing. And you always want to figure out where your first major win state is in the product and count exactly how many minutes does it take for the user to get there. Because every second before that, you're seeing dropout. And, you know, and you want to be realistic, right? And every founder thinks their product's awesome. Everything's awesome. But, you know, uploading your photo to your profile, that's not a major win state, right? Because you can upload your photos anywhere. Just even for Pandora, you know, just typing your first song isn't a first major win state. Even hearing your first song isn't a first major win state because you can hear songs a lot of places. It's usually 3 to 5 songs later where you decide that, wow, every song I heard I really like, and you know there's some songs that I didn't even know, I've never heard of, but I also very like. That's when you say, wow, Pandora's really cool. That gives you a reason to come back and use Pandora again. So I personally feel like I haven't got to that first major win state is, but I've gone through a little intriguing process, so I still have enough motivation to push forward. Now it's choosing what is my issue from. I'm getting SuperBetter from, and this is my adventure. Like, can you always change it later? So this is important because people don't want to overcommit. And the thing is that I'm like, okay, what I want to get SuperBetter from what? Okay, so let me see. I want to get SuperBetter from willpower, or I'm just getting SuperBetter. I feel like this whole text box could be bigger. This drop down and text could be bigger because again, it's about cognitive ease, about that desired action, just speaking to your subconscious and making you want to touch it. Now, when it's small, you have to squint, you have to look for it, especially for people who have some level of illness. Depending on what the illness is, it's sometimes even harder. For me, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna try to lose weight or lower stress, eat healthier. I think I'm gonna lose weight because there's better feedback mechanics. Actually, I have spinal back pain, so chronic pain. Let's try that. Let's see if it actually helps me with that. Submit. Alrighty, so I've done the desired action, and we'll see if there's a win state that's emotionally rewarding. It's running. So far, it's still okay. Sometimes that waiting builds up some scarcity. You just have to be very careful you don't get to a point where the user's thinking that, oh crap, like it goes from scarcity to loss and avoidance. So I'm just gonna bring this back up. Ta-da! It's still loading, so don't worry. So scarcity and impatience is black hat, which means if it's out of your control and you don't necessarily feel good in the long run, but it's obsessive. And it's extrinsic, so it's like, I want the goal. So that's okay in pushing you towards desired behavior. It's still loading, by the way. But at one point, it pushes you to loss and avoidance. And loss and avoidance, as an anti-core drive, pushes away. By the way, you see what's behind. That says, oh, this is dumb. I don't care anymore, and you stop. So let's go back to this site. Website is offline. No cache version of the site is available. Error 504, gateway timeout. So obviously, this is a fairly negative experience. Because I've done the desired action, I've gone through the onboarding, this is when the user's most pumped up, like, yeah, let me start the adventure, let me see if it can help me. But then it just didn't work because the host, it even explains host, didn't work out. So it doesn't mean I'm completely demotivated yet, because it depends on my motivation buildup so far. If I've committed a good amount of energy to get here. So when this is done, I'm not leaving yet. As I think a lot of users don't leave yet because they've already invested a lot of energy. They want to see what this is. So they're going to retry for live version, a very obvious desired action. So let's retry. Okay, yay, it worked this time. So motivation decreased a little bit, but I don't think, again, it's enough to just make people go, leave. They'll try again. And if they come here, that's probably okay. Now, you want to realize that this hurts with some social proof things, because then it's like, wait a second, I thought this is popular and running well. Why is it just taking me to a failed page? Is there something wrong with the site? So you got to be careful with these things. Obviously, no one purposely designs that, right? So maybe your error page could actually have some surprise, some delightful Easter eggs. And so when people see Twitter had the fail whale, right? When Twitter was down all the time, people saw the fail whale. Yay, it's so cute. I love the fail whale. Something to think about. All right, let's see how this journey goes with how do you want to start? Let's check this out.
The fastest and easiest way to get started is with a power pack.
Power pack.
A power pack is a special set of quests, power-ups, and bad guys that we recommend specifically to help you with your challenge.
No, they're recommending bad guys?
Browse the power pack collection and pick one out for yourself. But what if you're feeling creative? Or maybe you're tackling a unique challenge that we don't have the perfect power pack for. Then you can design your own adventure. If you choose this option, we'll take you right to your secret headquarters, where you'll find 7 quests that will walk you through the process of brainstorming and creating all of your own power-ups and bad guys. This is the perfect way to create an adventure that's completely customized just for you. And it's kind of fun to invent your own game. So which will it be? Make your choice now.
Make your choice. It is my journey to choose. Okay, so just my analysis on this, again, for most users at the onboarding process, this is still early onboarding, by the way, or maybe mid-onboarding. The goal is to get people to figure out the main activity loop. Go through the main activity loop at least once. Plant what they call a trigger so that later on there's a reason to come back. And so so we want to think about that. And I would say, like, with that goal in mind, you want to let them choose a power pack, at least for the first time. When they get used to it, then like, oh, I want to do something on my own. I want to create an adventure. Then you give them that. So you could still give them the two options. I would really heavily focus on choosing a power pack, and then say tiny ones is, or if you want, you can design your own adventure. You know, it's like, hey, if you're feeling like you're smarter, you're cool, you want to do things that are awesome, but when you click design my own adventure, the user could it's much more likely for the user to accidentally stumble upon a bad experience. When you design a site experience, you never want your users to accidentally stumble upon a bad experience. Everything they can click on should create a delightful experience, and you know what's delightful, right? And let me give you an example. We'll probably see this very quickly after, because this happens all the time. Choose a power pack. All right, I'm going to choose a power pack. Give it to me. What is that? Okay, what's a power pack? Now I'm reading. Okay, well, I would prefer more graphical ways with like 1 or 2 liner text to learn about this, but you know, I know how to read. And then this is still important, because this transitions from your emotional, you know, image processing skimming brain to your, oh, I'm actually reading text brain, which is less emotional, right? And gets annoyed when I have to read, unless it's really interesting read. A power pack is a way to start your SuperBetter adventure right away. The power pack loads your secret credit quarters with quest powers and bad guns. Okay, lots of gaming keywords, but still a little abstract. The power packs are backed by science. Ooh, science in the power pack, and developed with our partners and providers, including doctors and researchers at Stanford. Okay, a lot of social proof. You can choose from a power list here that are recommended for your challenge. Okay, well, I can choose one out of these two. So I have chronic pain, and I can choose between mental resilience and 5 minutes a day. And I can choose simply connect. Now, the issue here is that I feel like, again, I have spinal pain. And if I have spinal pain, I'm thinking about, okay, what can I do to improve my spinal pain? But this talks about mental resilience, which is like just, and maybe I'm misunderstanding. It feels like I'm just going to truck through it and be positive and be strong. And yeah, I can actually, that is important, because I'm gonna use that power pack, mental resilience, to push me through all the things I need to do to improve my back pain. So maybe simply connected, I'm guessing that's getting your friends and allies to support you. So okay, well, the nice thing again is over here. Never mind, I want to design my own venture. So you give a user a path to say, okay, none of these are my options. Let me go back. The one risky part is this one doesn't allow me to pick a new power pack. At least it doesn't seem like it. I feel like if I'm clicking this, I'm not choosing a power pack anymore. I'm actually going to that other option, designing my own venture, which I may not want, because I don't know too much about this to design my own adventure. Beet juice. Anyway, so let's go with a mental resilience in 5 minutes a day. All right, so overview: boost your mental resilience in 5 minutes with these quick and easy quests. But how is this a power pack? How is a power pack a quest? Okay, so a power pack is not a booster. It's not something that helps me play the game better. I define that. It's something that gives me the quest to do. Okay, well, I'm just understanding terminology. It's for everyone, and there's no image here. Boo, or I think maybe it was supposed to be an image play or a video play server. We'll see. I'm gonna get the power pack. See what happens. Okay. This is very important. This is probably the most important thing for all onboarding designers. So many sites, so many of my clients and all of these mobile apps, they have this onboarding setup journey where they take the user through, uploading their photos, typing in their preferences, all that stuff. At one point, they throw user on an interface, usually the dashboard, okay, a dashboard. And there's so many things the user can do, right? There's like all these tabs, there's all these things, and the user just does not know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. I mean, I could start thinking and reading and looking to, but again, when my brain thinks, what should I do now? I'm thinking about, oh, well, maybe I should go back to do my client work. I even just mentioned that, right? And this is important because once the user feels confused, that's when they're just like, oh, okay, never mind. Maybe they're not even thinking, oh, this sucks. I don't care anymore, but they're thinking about, all right, I'll do this later. Once the user procrastinates, you're in trouble because they haven't spent enough time on your site to actually get so much reward that to get such a rewarding experience that they want to come back, and it hasn't become like a habit or something that they built so much motivation in. Like, of course, I want my chronic pain solved, right? Very, very important. I care about my chronic pains. It's painful, man. But I am still not convinced the site will help me on it. So why should I spend more time on the site? That's very important. So at this point, the site can only just constantly string me on for longer, give me an emotional reward, make me feel good, make me feel smart, until I finally see, whoa, I am completely convinced that using this site will resolve my spinal pains. And so far, I'm not convinced, actually. Okay, so now this is an example of that. Okay, there's a lot of things to do, right? There's all these tabs: activity, quest, allies, powers, bad guys, feature boost. That's cool. There's these two things that I feel like the experience is kind of guiding you more towards. I call that the Desert Oasis design. So this is a quest. Click it to work with your plastic brain. So something I want to do more. So today's video, I'll probably just kind of go through these two. We'll see how that works. There's also this, and this is I'm getting SuperBetter from chronic pain, so I can specify your epic win. It's okay. I'm gonna type this one actually because it's kind of funny. Maybe that is the desired action. Maybe that's the first thing you want them to set up. So I can, maybe even at the beginning when they're picking it, so I can not specify. So I can not live life in pain and suffering every moment. Yay! Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, it's here, but it's not here yet. No, I just did something and it's not giving me immediate feedback. That's okay. That's, I mean, users are spoiled, right? So I'm temporarily being spoiled. I'm not gonna be reading these for now, so don't even wish for it. If I'm confused, I might. So I'm going back. I clicked the SuperBetter because I feel like that's gonna take me back to that place, but it didn't take me back to that place. So I'm like, wait, how do I get back? Oh, message from Jane. That's good. Welcome. Yay! Now you welcome me. That's nice. Check out your to-do in the right column. Okay, so I can do these things. Wondering what to do next. Check your blah blah blah. So you always know what to do. But I kind of want to go back to my power-ups. Was I there? I was at quests, huh? Wait, well, how are these power-ups now? I don't get power-ups. Because these feel like quests too, right? Then what are quests? If chugging water and hugging myself and walk around, I mean, sure, it helps me, it makes me better. But what are quests? Maybe the difference is the power-ups are short-term quests that make me feel happy immediately, and the quests are things that take longer, and so I need to build up to that epic win. Maybe, don't know. But I'm here again. Let me view some of this. This is a quest. Click it to learn more. I will. This is welcome to your first quest, hero. Well, then why did you give me two options if this has to be my first quest? What if I choose this one, huh? What if I choose this one? Sign is used to the thing. All right. What if I do this one first and I go to this one, and then it says, welcome to your first quest, hero. Haha, then the joke's on you. Huh. Anyway, when you click on it, you'll see it's extended description and learn the call to action that, of course, you can receive many quests by downloading the power packs that interest you. Okay, so power packs are basically quest bundles. Okay, now in my mind, makes sense. Quest bundles, power packs, done and clear, I think. Once you finish, report that you did it by clicking, I did this. Okay, one time only, no reminder. Set. But how do I set a reminder? So every feedback mechanic needs to have a trigger. So everything that tells you about feedback about what you're doing should trigger you towards another desired action based on one or more of these 8 core drives. Because if there's no 8 core drives, there's no behavior, like I said. Okay, so which kind of strength is the bill of both? Okay, so kind of cool, kind of neat. I can edit. What can I edit? Can I edit what it says here? What? Hi? I'm curious now. Core drive 7 is. Oh, okay. So this is where I add my. Okay. Okay. I kind of make. I feel like the grayed out text is still so grayed out that it doesn't. It kind of just feels like you shouldn't interact with it. You should just kind of passively look at it, which I think can be slightly improved. it still needs some color variation to it, but okay. So I think I did this. I think the quest is ending. You can. So this is just telling me what. So I did this. Yay. Okay. I feel good now. I think. Quest completed. Quest complete. Same thing. +3 mental reasons. So I'm So I'm more mentally resilient now, and I've unlocked 3 more quests, which is good. Maybe 3 is a little bit too much, considering I already have another one, so now I have 4 to choose from. A little bit too fast. See, and this is a slightly overwhelming. I think this should be maybe pushed to the bottom, or it should be striked out. This is something that just like blurred out. Because now I feel like, whoa, there's 5 things for me to do. This is a lot. And choose your allies, collect your power-ups, get a future boost. I'm going to go with a plastic brain because it's kind of what I feel right now. A plastic brain. Scientists used to think that our brains couldn't make any new neurons after birth. We used to downhill through the no, not so. It's like a muscle. You can rewire. You can get smarter. Imagine what any sort of thing it could be. What should you change or why? How should you do that? How can you rewire your brain? Journal about your response. Want to learn more? Watch this TED Talk on neuroplasticity for science. This might be a video from Kelly. Nope. All right. So the quest is basically to watch this TED Talk. I might do it later. We'll see. One time only. No reminder set. And so what is the quest? Imagine that any aspect of habits or thinking could be rewired with enough practice. So I think the quest wasn't clear enough. See, I was reading, scanning, but my brain, it wasn't clear to my brain what the quest is. And that's something, So, and now that I see it, it's bolded, and so maybe it's obvious, but there's other bold text. What would you change or rewire? How would I change my thinking or aspects? Let's see. I kind of like the way I think, It's kind of odd, but I think I'm pretty happy with the way I think. In terms of habits, maybe I'll say I want to do more proactive work instead of reactive work. So reactive work is stuff I do for clients. I just respond to emails, things that I just have to deal with. Proactive work are things that I just kind of set out on my own and just do. And this is why I'm doing this video, because this is proactive work. No client has forced me to do it. If I don't do it for 10 years, there's no problem at all. But I like to do this. It's proactive. It makes me happy. So, okay. But I still haven't figured out how this helped with my chronic pain. But I did this. Yay! I got 3 mental resilience. I've unlocked 1 more quest. So again, it's now it still feels a little bit overwhelming. I just said that earlier, but it's going to be more, right? What is a to do today kind of thing? It's like setting up an alarm. All right, I'm going to get a future boost. And this is my last timing on this tab. I'll go to the other tabs. Let's go. View, get a future boost. Boost, looking toward the future is one of the most important steps you can do to feel better, faster. What's one thing you're looking forward to doing the next 2 weeks? What is one thing I'm looking forward to doing the second half of this video? I probably want to just finish at about an hour, so we'll probably do a second part of this video. So I'll do this some other day. Maybe I'm looking forward to that. So yay. Okay, does that count? What is my quest? Okay, that is my quest in the next 2 weeks. So doing more of these videos, that's cool. Releasing the audio version of my book, Actionable Gamification. Let's see. Finishing some projects for my clients. That's always fun. Getting my apprentice Steven more up to gear, and so he levels up and increases in mental resilience. Okay, anyway, now keep in mind right now I think my stats have been increasing, so my mental is high. Emotionally, socially, physically, I'm a loser. I'm not a loser. I'm still like a third into it, so I'm okay. I have current energy and my peak energy, so I have energy. I don't know how these energy systems work. I'm going to find out soon, but I think I did this, right? Oh, wait. Click Future Boost on the left side. Oh, this one, huh? All right, fine. I have to come back and click I did this later on. Future Boost. All right. Finishing my SuperBetter user experience video and sharing it with my audience. Big smiley face. Save. All right. This is a tough spot. This is the place where I've hit a desired action, I've hit win state, but it does not try to trigger me to a new desired action. At this point, again, not sure what I should do, so I'm like, okay, this is what there's a video that's hidden. That's like an Easter egg almost, but I'm like, okay, what I should do. Most people are like, okay, well, this is the interface design says this is desired action. So I'm going to go there. View. Oh, it's stuff that I already did. So it hasn't happened yet. Okay, so now where do I go? This is again the tough part. Where do I go? What am I supposed to do? This becomes the challenge. Now, maybe a lot of time users leave at this point. Like, to be honest, a lot of data say users leave at that first stage where it's like they see the dashboard. This is the second place from this little journey line that the user will lead. But I'm going to push on a little bit further and say, well, I'm going to go back to quest, I believe, to finish that quest. And what is that again? Get my future boost. View. Okay. Wait, does that mean I have to complete it or set it up? Let's see what the quest is again. What thing you're looking to click on the left and add your first? I added my first one. I did this. Woohoo. 2 mental resilience. I'm a mental monster. Plus 1 emotional resilience. I'm an emotional escargot. Or esquire. You've unlocked 1 quest. 1 more quest. Okay. So I think it's unlocking quests too quickly. I feel like now I'm kind of. I still feel like I'm overwhelmed with the choice. It should probably detect that a lot of these are cleaned up before add way more quests. All right. So I'm done with quests for now. Get an idea for what quests are. I have an idea what future boosts are. Future boosts are basically goals. They're not boosting me. They are goals for me to accomplish. I get it. It is a Core Drive 6 scarcity design, and so it might bring me to do it, but if I fail, then it becomes loss and avoid. It's black hat, but it's okay. There's a lot of white hat stuff I saw. All right. Now, usually, I think a lot of people will be very curious about what bad guys mean. So I kind of know already. Let's go there. Again, a lot of people would kind of also drop out here, but just, again, these are places to explore. So we do. By the way, these navigation bars, a lot of them are desired action at one point. Whenever you're stuck over in the middle, these are the desired actions. And if it was me, I would know the right journey path for the user. So you want to lead them through the activity loop at least once through glowing choice or desert oasis design, and get them to contribute to that, to do it, and then plant a trigger. This is onboarding. And so that there's cognitive ease of what they should be doing. So they should be like, hey, now do power-ups, like little ding, 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 like this is lighting up or whatever. But, it's grayed out. The desired action, I think, is grayed out right now, which is power-ups or bad guys or allies. So I'm going to go to bad guys because I like bad guys. The sticky chair. I bet I can beat the sticky chair because I don't even have a chair. Ha! How can I lose to something that does not exist besides in my mind, and I lose to it in my own mind? I'm currently still at peak energy. Maybe, I'm not sure how that works actually. The sticky chair, its cousin to the sticky couch, cons us into. I have a sticky couch, I guess. I'm being a center. Battle this guy by steadying and taking a single step from the chair or couch. Okay, this is a very easy bag. But is that a quest? Is that a booster? It's still a little bit confusing about what it is, right? Because the booster is a little quest, a quest is a little quest, or as a booster is a bunch of quests, and a quest is a little quest, and a bad guy is like a quest. So, but look, I stood up, yay, and I'm taking 1 step. All right, I battled this. Ta-ta-da! This bad guy's a trap for you. Battle outcome. I did not avoid today, so I sat all day and didn't take a single step. That's kind of sad. Avoided successfully. Did I avoid the bad guy? Okay, so leaving the chair is avoiding the bad guy. So battle win. Or I vanquished. I definitely vanquished this bad guy, considering I got rid of a chair. Ha! Bad guy chair. Well, why would you spend money on a bad guy, though? Because you buy chairs. How difficult is this bad guy for you now? It's a challenge, not pretty minor. I'm not just almost over it. I'm completely over my chair. I'm not even standing over it, but let's say pretty minor. Yay, physical resilience. I finally am physically strong. You've earned the level 1 champion achievement. Level 1 champ? I'm already a level 1 champion? Oh, well, I'm a level 1, but I'm a champion. Okay, so onboard design at the beginning, you don't want, from my experience, you don't want to give them like super amazing terms at the beginning, like champion, it's probably good to start off even level one, like rookie or level one. Gives them feel that they're actually moving forward and starting from a low level to a higher level. Because if I already start out with a champion, like what can you entice me? What title can entice me? Like 10 months later, right? The ultra superstar champion guru, or I don't know. It's just you try to start with a more modest type of title. Is what I would recommend again. Just one person to another. All right, so there's all these other bad guys. Critic. I usually the self-critic is a tricky bad guy for me because it's pretty stealthy. He's usually not around, and he's usually hides. But when sometimes unexpected moment, the self-critic comes out and says, "You suck, Yukai Chou," and then I have to combat it by saying, "No, I'm awesome. I'm Yukai Chou," and then like, okay, fine. Yes, we'll battle that later. Okay, so that's bad guys. Now, maybe a key desired action when you don't know what to do is go to activity and look at that to-do list on the right. Maybe the to-do list should always be present. I battle a bad guy. That's good. I need to complete 3 quests. Hey, I thought I completed 2 quests at least. All right, power-ups. Last thing I'm going to do before I end the video. Okay, power-ups. Again, they're kind of like quests. Got a block. Walk around it. No, where's my block? I don't have a block. I can break blocks with my Minecraft shaft. Okay, hug myself. That's easy enough. Let's do this. Hug myself. This is what a power-up. Studies show that accepting and feeling better about ourselves not only helps us be happier with the body we have, but also stick with our fitness and weight loss goals so we can have the body we want. Because if you hug your body becomes the body you want. Give yourself a hug or pat on the arm. Or back while telling your body what a great job is this. Just okay, fine. I'm gonna do this. I can't believe I'm doing this in front of the camera in live stream. Oh, Yukai's body, you're doing such a great job. I'm hugging you. You're awesome. Okay, stay an amazing body. Okay. Hey, I don't feel my back pain as much anymore. Hey, it's kind of cool. Okay. All right. I think I'm actually just entertained by what I just did. But it probably helps. So I did this. Yay, I did this. I add more emotional resilience. I'm a emotional escargot, as we determined. So my peak and current are still going up. Oh, I kind of figured this out. This is how much energy or resilience points, I guess, you do a day, and then every day it starts from 0 again and tells you your record for today. That's pretty good design for a streak type of design, because for a streak, usually people kind of push through the hardest, and then once they lose their streak, they just give up. But this one's just kind of like every day, let's see how you're doing. All right, so I've done 1. Let me go back to activities and see what am I missing. Oh, I need to do 3 power-ups. I need to sit there and hug myself 3 times. All right, I'm definitely ending the video before that. Anyway, so this is my preliminary video on the onboarding and experience about SuperBetter 1.0, and hopefully that's somewhat entertaining and somewhat instructive. You learn a bit about onboarding, design, user experience. Maybe the SuperBetter 2.0 team can look at this and have ideas about how to improve their product. And again, I'm not saying the product's bad. I'm just saying there are many ways to make it more better, intuitive, and not just better, SuperBetter. And I feel like I definitely will come back and make more of these videos on SuperBetter itself. I'll make more of these videos for sure, period. But I'll make more on SuperBetter itself, just because I feel like the onboarding is interesting, and I'm trying to see how I can push myself into that mid-scaffolding, using the site more regularly, kind of journey. I'll try not to use the site without you. So I'm gonna, the first maybe 2 or 3 times I'll do it with you, and maybe at one point when it becomes a real activity loop, I'll do it on my own and then like check and say, hey, it's day 4, not 400, day 40. This is what it is right now. But again, hopefully that was useful, and I'll be sharing with my audience. If you want to learn more about my work, go to yukaichou.com or octalysis.com or Google Gamification Framework, whatever, Google Gamification X3, you'll find me. Check out my book, Actionable Gamification, and I'm always seeing the screen, but I actually look at the camera. So I will see you guys next time. And I have to kind of stop streaming. Here it is.